Hello.
Hello.
First of all,
Cheers.
cheers. Coffee cheers, kind of.
Yay. Milkshake for me.
Milkshake for her. It's called Untitled Thoughts Over Coffee, so you're cheating now, but
True.
it's fine.
Yeah. Oh well.
Hey, hey. So, in the beginning, can you introduce yourself to everyone that is hearing or watching?
All right. I'm Mao Eguchi. I am Japanese, and I was raised in Japan and the United States, so I speak two languages. I'm 23 years old. I just graduated from college like a year ago with a degree of sport. Anything else?
Degree of sport,
Okay.
what do you do?
I dance, but I suck at it. But I do workout, like I do
Oh.
like a fitness
Mm-hmm.
things. So that was like my degree kind of in international relations. But one thing about me, I'm a pageant girl. I was competing in Miss Universe last year, and this year I am a finalist for Miss Grand Japan. Yay.
Nice.
Thank you.
And how did you become interested in this kind of field?
Um, that's a hard question. I think like growing up, I just knew that I wanted to be on a stage all the time. So I was like always really outgoing girl growing up,
Mm-hmm.
and I guess like I was always dreamed of being a pageant girl, but I was like, oh, I probably won't make it. But last year I just graduated from college and I just applied it,
Decided to go for
and
it.
yeah,
Nice.
and yeah, ever since I'm on a journey of the pageant.
Yeah. Tell me how's that like? Like, I in I interviewed Aya like a while ago,
Mm-hmm.
and it looks like it's a lot of commitment. Like,
It is. It is.
so
It's a
tell me
lot of
about your
commitment.
journey. Like, what happened?
So first, that's a hard question as well
Mm.
because being a pageant girl, you have to be pretty and smart as well, and um like of course just like sitting there or walking there pretty, like everyone can do it, but well, walking pretty is hard because I take walking lesson for like more than
Yeah,
a year
I
and a
think
half,
I've been
and
seeing your stories. Like,
yeah,
what is it that difficult?
it is,
Really?
it's like there are so many things to it, just that one walk, like there are so many things to it. So yeah, you have to practice all over. And then like each pageant has like different style. So like what I'm in right now is like I have to move a lot. I have to like dance on a stage while walking. So it's
Okay.
hard. And
Yeah.
like of course the body wise you cannot be just skinny, you cannot be big. You have to be healthy. So I work out a lot, like 5 times a week. I cardio, I like watch out what I eat.
What do you mean healthy? Like, what healthy? Like, how
It's
healthy?
like you cannot cut the body fat less than 18%.
Oh.
It's not like there's like certain limit, but less than 18, you look too skinny. It's like you're just bone.
Uh huh.
But I have like healthy, like I have fat a little bit.
Uh huh.
Like I have muscle as well, and my body fat is okay level, and my weight as well.
Hmm.
But if you're too skinny, being on a stage,
Hmm.
you don't look healthy at all. Like you look too small, and then like
Hmm.
the stage looks overwhelming.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
I
Like
I
it's
would I would only imagine, to be honest, because
yeah,
I'm big.
no.
you know.
Well, yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
But the
But on a
thing is,
stage,
yeah,
you look
it's
smaller,
right.
so yeah.
But yeah, I my imagination was like, I mean, this is a good thing. Maybe this is something new that beauty pageants introduced. Like, your body fat should not be less than a certain number.
Mm-mm, yeah.
Is it a new thing or no?
Um, I don't think it's a new thing.
Yeah,
Um,
because many models look like skin and bones,
yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So some girl that's like too skinny have to gain weight,
Uh huh.
or maybe it's not just about like the body fat, but you look so much smaller on the stage that you don't have any impact. So that's like one thing about beauty pageant. You have to leave the impact.
Yeah, right.
So yeah, the body needs
It
to
does
be,
matter.
yeah, it does
It
matter
does
a
matter.
lot.
Okay, so you told me like you're taking, walking lessons.
I
What
just got
what
off of
else,
them.
what else is it? Obviously diets.
Yeah, diet.
Diets.
We do speech.
Speech.
So we have statement speech, which is like you have one topic and then you talk about it.
Mm.
You explain it, uh, what you're going to do about it
Mm.
using the platform of the pageant
Okay.
within 40 seconds. So that's really hard. And the question and answer, it's like, the MC will ask you the question about social issues or yourself, and you answer to it within 30 seconds.
Within 30 seconds,
Yes.
and it has to be for 40 seconds. The answer has to
For
be
the
40 seconds.
speech.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the speech.
So you have 30 seconds to gather your thoughts and
Yeah.
whatever.
Oh, no, 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 no. So
What
the
did?
speech and question and answer are different things. So speech
Mhm.
is what you want to achieve, and a
Uh-huh.
question and answer is like random question asked.
And you have to just answer it.
Yeah, right away.
Okay. Yeah, I guess not easy,
Mm-mm.
especially if there's a lot, depending on it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
this is so good.
Glad you like it.
Yep.
We're in Shake Shack today.
Yes.
So I always like in the interviews, I try to introduce, the coffee that we're drinking.
Mm,
So this is, in the end, it's called, salt
okay.
solver coffee.
Mm-hmm.
So this is Shake Shack. So
Yeah.
coffee's not bad, to be honest.
This
Yeah.
milkshake is really good. It's
Yeah.
a black sesame, so make sure y'all get it too.
Good. No, no, don't get it until, we get promoted from them, or something. Something. Anyways.
That's true.
Yeah. So let's say
Yeah.
you win this beauty pageant.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want to do afterwards? Like what are your dreams, for example?
I have so many dreams. One thing is like the same gender marriage. That's what I'm like doing it right now. Is that I'm bi. If you didn't know,
Bye.
hi. Yeah, so I'm part of LGBTQ, and when I think about marriage, I only think about men in Japan. But when I was in the States, I was like, oh, I can actually think about marrying women.
Oh, okay.
So bringing that to Japan, it is hard because 70% or 60% of people agree to same gender marriage, but 30 disagrees. But yet never, you know, set for a low yet. So I
So when
think
did you, like you said, like after you moved to the States, you figured that out? Like what happened?
that like figure out I was bi,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
oh, I just knew I liked women since I was little.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was 14 when I fell in love with a woman. And like at 18, until 18, like I thought it was really weird that I fell in love with a woman. But then like I figured, oh, there's term for it. It's called bisexual.
No, called lesbian, right?
No, I like woman and men
Ah,
both.
okay.
Yeah, both.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Whatever.
yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Uh,
yeah, so,
yeah.
that's how I realized, I guess.
I guess, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, other than this, like, is this the only thing that you're
No.
concentrating on at the moment, or like, are there
Uh,
any things that you also like to
in the
consider?
future,
Yeah.
not right now because I don't have enough money to do so.
Mm.
But
But
I want to make a total beauty salon for like teenager in Japan. It's like I feel like a lot of women in Japan are not confident at all. I feel like people just don't like about themselves. And I think it's really sad. Younger like girls like
mm,
in high school, I see it on Twitter all the time. I'm like you cannot serve yourself to be pretty. But that's how I was when I was younger. I was not feeling comfortable with myself. I didn't feel beautiful at all. So I want to own my total beauty salon where I can produce women like younger girls or like any
What
woman.
does total beauty salon mean?
It's like you can get lashes done, you can get nails done, really pretty, and like they have gym there,
Uh huh.
um, like walking lesson. You know, I feel like those like little elements gathered and like it will be boost over your confidence.
Oh, okay.
So I want to make little sources of confidence
Oh,
for like younger girls.
I see.
That's one of my dreams.
That's great. Yeah,
Mhm.
that is a cool thing.
Mhm.
I mean, yeah. Especially I think in Japan, like it's I don't know, like it feels like
Yeah.
expectations are always high.
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
guess
Mhm.
of everyone,
Yeah.
not just I think not just girls, but guys also. But obviously for women, like it's higher. I guess.
I feel like we are, or what I was feeling when I was younger was like we were constantly judged by people.
Judged?
Yeah.
How?
Like, oh, you're not pretty, so I don't want to be friends with you. Or I feel like that happens everywhere, to be honest. But it's like, it
Kids
happens.
are mean.
Yeah. Well,
Basically,
this is not kids. It's like teenager,
teenagers are
17 years
meaner.
old.
Are meaner. Like, come on.
That's true.
Kids are mean, but teenagers are the worst.
Yeah. Well, then,
Yeah.
like, that will decrease your confidence. And
Yeah,
I
but
hated that
but don't you
feeling.
think? But don't you think like
Yeah.
it's also quite? I mean, that stage is it sucks obviously for everyone,
Mhm. Mhm.
but it's also part of building your personality, right?
That's true.
Right. So
And
if you cannot handle pressure from your peers, let's say for example, and obviously everyone's different. I'm not
mhm.
saying that you should,
Mhm.
right? But
Mhm.
it's kind of it prepares you for the real world because the
That's
real
true.
world is also mean, really mean, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
So it kind of prepares you, like, okay, you're gonna meet people like this in real
Mhm.
life, and
Mhm.
you have to deal with it,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
right?
Mhm. No, that's true actually.
Mm.
But I think I just wanted like a community or like safe space where, you know,
That would be perfect
yeah.
in a
So
perfect world, though.
exactly. That's why I
Yeah.
want to open my salon.
Which is part of
The
building this
community.
kind of
Exactly.
thing. Yeah,
Exactly.
this is great
Mhm.
because yeah, not everyone has that self confidence, or
Yeah.
like no one kind of figures it out.
Mhm.
Not everyone is able to figure it out by themselves, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I feel like, there are some girls, like, I feel like I figured it out just like by myself
Mhm.
because I didn't have like enough safe space. Like at home, my mom would tell me that I was fat or flat or whatever.
Flat.
Yeah. Well, people called me flat when I was younger and I gained a little weight and they were like, oh my God, you're fat. Even though I was like only
Like these
weighing
are the
like
exact
55.
opposites, right? Like they
Exactly.
cannot be fat or flat at the same.
Yeah, right?
Like it's.
So I just was like really confused and that's probably one of the reason I got eating disorder. I had an eating disorder pretty bad. I couldn't eat. Well, I did eat, but I was crying in front of food like almost every day because I didn't want to eat. I didn't want to gain weight, you know.
My
And I
God.
knew that I needed a treatment, but like eating disorder, like I feel like a lot of people are not aware of eating disorder in Japan. I feel like people don't really know about it because I didn't.
Hmm.
My friend didn't. My parents didn't. So.
I mean, yeah. Like honestly, like I I don't even, and I feel ashamed to say it, but I just never really thought of it,
Mhm. Mhm.
right?
Yeah. But some people have it
Yeah.
and they don't know until it gets worse, and then your weight is like 20 kilograms.
Okay, so I don't think that's gonna happen to me though, like, cause
That's true.
no,
Well, yeah, that's a good thing though. You never ever have an eating
yeah,
disorder.
right, like, yeah, but it's for people who are suffering from it. It's
Yeah.
a big problem though,
Mhm. It
right?
is. It is.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I don't, and this is like I don't know. See, I have been living in Japan. This is my 12th year here, but
12th.
yes,
Okay.
but you're Japanese, so
Uh
you
huh.
know probably the Japanese society way better than I do.
Yeah.
But how supportive do you think that the Japanese society is? Is it that supportive or not? In
Like
your point of
in
view,
in what way?
to anything. Like, do you think that the society
Oh,
is like kind of connected. It like for somebody like for example who is having like a food disorder or like
yeah.
somebody who has like some mental issues. Do you think
Um,
that the society kind of gathers and try to?
I don't think so.
Not
I don't
really.
think at all. I feel like Japan is
I mean,
well.
foreigners, we always feel like this gaijin complex, like
That's true. Yeah.
it's cold, you know.
Uh-huh. And
But
that's why I'm in those, the guys in
groups,
community
yeah, I
because I feel like I'm outsider as well in Japan.
really.
Even though I speak Japanese, but I've never
You're
actually.
Japanese. What do you
I
mean? I speak
am.
Japanese.
Well, I speak Japanese and I'm Japanese, but
Um,
I've never felt like I was Japanese enough. So I feel like it might be a little different point of view from me,
uh-huh.
but I don't think Japanese society is very supportive because um let's say when you're going through something,
Mm,
people would tell you, "Hey, everyone is going through the same thing. Everyone is going through really hard things."
mm.
That does not make you feel better at all.
Yeah, but I think that's also like happens everywhere. I'm
And
from
like,
Yemen, right?
uh huh, uh huh,
I'm a Middle Eastern,
yeah,
and yeah, like people just like toughen up, toughen up, bitch, kind of thing, you know.
yeah,
It's basically, yeah, life is hard. So what?
mhm,
So I think that's kind of everywhere. But
yeah.
what I mean is like if someone's like in trouble, like obviously like they're in trouble,
Oh, I
do
don't think
people
so.
around them kind of pick them up? That's
Um.
what I mean.
Okay.
But like generally, like toughen up is an I think it's a worldwide
That's
point of
true.
view.
Yeah.
No one
Maybe it
gives a
is.
shit about anyone. Like toughen up, man, kind of thing.
um.
Still
Maybe I
no.
have. Okay. Maybe I have an example. Like
Mm.
whenever like somebody like passed out on a street or on a train.
Yeah.
Is that like right
Yeah,
example?
yeah, yeah,
Okay.
definitely. Yeah, yeah.
Nobody did anything. So I faced that situation and nobody did anything. And I was like, I came up to him and I was like, "Are you okay?" And I was ready to like call police or ambulance.
Mm,
But nobody was doing anything, but they were staring at them. Well, staring at the person on the
mm,
floor.
mm.
They probably didn't know what to do or they didn't want to get involved.
I think that's it. People don't want to get involved,
Yeah.
right? It's not.
And
I. So this is the thing.
yeah,
I don't think that people do not care. I just think like they don't want to be involved,
probably, yeah. Most of
right?
the
Right?
time.
Because it was really, and this is a scary thing for me.
Mhm.
Like when it was probably the first 6 months I had in Japan, right?
Mhm.
And I was in front of TMD, like Ikashika Daigaku.
Mm.
Do you know like it's right in front of Ochanomizu Station, right?
Mhm.
And then an old woman, like she at least 80 years old, at least, right? Kind of collapsed and started
Mhm.
crying. She just fell and just started crying.
Mhm.
And people were just walking past her.
You still remember that moment though, because like it's
Definitely.
like shocked.
It I am telling you,
Yeah.
that was a scary I was like, what the hell
Mhm.
happened
Mhm.
that this society really doesn't care about the elders like this?
Mm.
Like how come?
Mhm. Not
And
just
and
elders.
that was really scary,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
And I really had this image in my head for a very long time.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
I thought that's how it is. But on the other side, like sometimes I'm in the train or whatever, and then someone collapses or someone would be like super drunk, and then people would actually kind of help them out.
Mhm. Mhm.
So I guess it depends on where, when, and
Mhm. Yeah.
who are the people surrounding that, because sometimes you're just at the wrong place at the wrong time with the wrong people,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
right?
And some
So
people would be like, oh, someone else is gonna do it. Someone else is
right,
going to help.
yeah, I don't have to do it. Someone probably is gonna do this, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And I I don't know. Like I sound like I'm defending Japan, but I'm not really, because I think this is like everywhere, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes, but especially in Japan, what I really get bothered by, to be honest, is that people don't want to be involved because the
Mhm.
law would probably punish them if something went wrong,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm. Mhm.
That
That's
that is
true.
something that is a bit irritating. Like you could
It
just
really
be,
is.
you know,
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
I don't care about like involving, if like I didn't have time, then I would just, call them, "Hey, I'm in trouble right now, so I cannot go." Like if I was late to work, I would definitely help, but I feel like a lot of company
Mm.
wouldn't believe them, or they would be like they have this in their mind that, "Oh, I cannot be late, otherwise I'm going to get punished." Not just Lowe's, but like company wise.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I
or like
saw
I
I
might
saw
miss
on
the train.
Instagram or
Yeah.
something like there was a guy interviewing people and
Mhm.
asking them girls about if they were harassed in the
Mhm.
street or in the
Mhm.
train or
Yeah, yeah,
whatever
yeah.
like that. And then one girl said, "Yeah, definitely."
Mhm.
And he said, "What did you do?" And she said, "Like I did nothing."
Mhm.
Why? She said, "Because I had to get to my job,
Yeah.
and if I said something or did anything, then I would probably be late for my job,
Mhm.
my baito, probably, or something like that."
Yeah.
So she just would kind of withstood it
Mhm.
for the whole train ride
Yeah.
just because she doesn't want to be late for the job, which
Mhm.
I think is crazy.
It is.
And obviously, like, people are different, I guess. I keep saying this, right? But I think there should be some limits, right? Like once you're being harassed on a train, that's a good line to draw, right?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. So that actually happened to me a few months ago.
a
I
few
was on the
months ago.
train in the morning. I was taking the first train from the club to the home, and I fell asleep. I wasn't even drunk, but I was tired. And I didn't drink at all. So like I definitely wasn't drunk, and I was tired,
Mm.
and I fell asleep on a train. Right, I passed Yokohama, which I had to get off.
Mm.
A guy sit next to me, even though there were so many other seats. His hand came into my jacket, and I was wearing. I'm telling you, I wasn't wearing anything revealing. I was wearing two jackets. His hands came in, and I was like, "What the?" And then like he freaked out because I spoke in English, and then he like immediately pretended to sleep, and I was like, "What do I
To
do?"
sleep?
Yeah, he pretended that he was asleep.
How is he asleep and his hand is touching you?
Exactly. So like I literally like was like, "What the?" And then like I left.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, like in my mind, I was like, what do I do? And then
Mm.
like always, I have this image of like catching them, and then
Uh,
bring them, like grab them and bring them to the train station or like
yeah,
police.
yeah.
Didn't do that because I was so tired. So I let him go, and he's probably out there
I just
doing the same
I just
thing.
interviewed two French
Uh
girls
huh.
last within this week, right?
Okay.
And then they're in love with Japan,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
But they had some crazy things happen to them. And I don't know, I'll send you the link once the
Okay.
interview is out, but it's insane. So
Mhm.
this kind of harassment thing, like I don't know what to say,
I
but
know. And then
like
like.
they said, it's kind of party pooper.
Mhm.
Like people come to Japan, want to enjoy it, want to love it, wants to like, and then this kind of thing happens, and
It
kind of
really does.
it ruins the the party for everyone, right?
I know.
Yeah,
And like some people even take pictures of underneath the skirt.
that I will never get.
Yeah.
Cause
Like
why?
what why? You can get it on the website anywhere.
Exactly. Like there's porn everywhere. Why?
Exactly.
Why would you do
Exactly.
this?
But like people do that, and like once I had a pan with me, like the kitchen pan
Yeah.
with me, and I was gonna like,
Hit them and
yeah, hit them in the head, but I couldn't because first he was a really fast runner. Second,
fast runner.
yeah, he was like running really fast from like me.
Also, you chased them.
No, I didn't. So I
Oh.
was gonna chase them,
Uh huh.
but he was like running really fast and then like climbed down the stairs. So I was like, I
Oh,
cannot
so he
do it.
snapped the picture and just ran.
And yeah, and then like I was already waiting for the train for 15 minutes, so I didn't want to wait anymore. And like there was a foreigner guy. He was, I don't even know what he was,
Mm.
but he was seeing it, and I was like, "Did you see it?" And then like he probably saw it, but he's like, and I was like, you know what? Next time, if that ever happened to me, I will catch them and like
Hold on, he took the picture of you.
the Japanese guy, yeah,
Yeah,
not the foreigner.
yeah, yeah,
Foreigner
yeah.
was
The
just
Japanese
looking.
guy.
Yeah, no, I was like standing on a like handrail,
Uh
like
huh.
right
Yeah,
here,
yeah.
and then like I was like listening to music. I was on the phone, and I realized the guy is coming too close to me because it was really weird. Like there was so much more space, but he was coming really close to me, and I looked down, and then there was a fawn. I was like, "Oh my gosh, he did it!" And like, you know, the what worst part is that whenever I talk about this to Japanese person, they are like, "But you're wearing the mini skirt." I'm like, "No, that does not matter. That does not mean that you can take picture of my skirt, like inside of my skirt, underneath my skirt." Or like I got harassed and I told them like, I got molested on the train. They go, yeah, but you were falling asleep on the train. How does that like?
Justify the
Yeah,
behavior.
exactly.
Yeah.
How does that justify what they did? It's like it was my the fault. Like I was doing something wrong.
Yes,
I
like blaming
wasn't. I
the
was just
victim.
living my
Yeah,
life.
doesn't work.
Exactly.
I don't know. I mean, this attitude is not just in Japan; it's
Mm-mm.
worldwide.
Is that
Honestly, right?
not in the states though?
Still,
Oh, maybe.
I think
Yeah.
it's still everywhere.
Yeah. But yeah.
Obviously, it depends on, every case is different,
Mhm.
but wearing revealing stuff, I don't know,
That
should not allow people to at least take an abstract picture like that.
that's
Just
just
doesn't
yeah
work.
irritating. And then yeah,
However, there are
and then
some situations that are fucking crazy. Today I saw a video about, I think it was in Seattle,
mhm
a woman wearing like a micro bikini
mhm
in a combini,
Oh, that's crazy
in a
actually.
combini
Yeah.
in the middle of nowhere. So there wasn't even beach close by.
Yeah.
Like it was like,
I mean, it's
that
Chicago. There's no beach.
Seattle,
Seattle. Okay.
right?
There's
So
no
there
beach,
was
right?
like, there was no swimming pool probably nearby, and the dude just was telling her like, "Why are you wearing this? Like this is." Then she started chasing him. It's kind of like these situations that I would, for example, I would not think it's okay for people to kind of shoot her butt
Yeah.
or
Yeah. Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
But
People have a limit.
obviously, this is weird.
Yeah. It
Yeah,
is.
it's
It
weird.
is. It
And
is.
if I was there, if I would take a picture, I was just like, "This is weird."
Mhm.
Not in a lewd way, but
Mhm.
weird.
Yeah.
Kind of.
But you try not to get involved with it.
Yeah,
Like I
obviously.
feel like, I mean, like let them do whatever they want. Like let them wear
And
whatever they want.
honestly speaking,
Yeah.
people who wear shit that is not normal
Mhm.
or like an over extravagant stuff are probably gonna be ready for any kind of weird stuff that
Yeah.
happens.
Mhm.
It's not that they're calling for it. Some are. Honestly, I feel some people just do it to provoke other people and to
Mhm.
see what's kind of trap people into falling into this and then start something. Honestly, like though from what you see in the internet,
Yeah.
don't you feel like that's the
Yeah.
case?
I think so too.
It's insane.
Yeah.
And that's probably why when you see something like that, it's just better to kind of just let it go. Don't be involved. In this case, not being
Yeah.
involved is better, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
No. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then like the there are a few crazy video that I've seen on Twitter. They're like doing it on OnlyFans, but they're doing stuff in like Target. Do you know what
Yeah,
Target
Target.
is?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Target or Walmart. And I'm like, that is freaking crazy because first that's like
That's a
against
felony.
public
That's a
like
felony. You get
regulation. Yeah,
caught by
exactly,
police.
exactly.
Yeah.
But people are still doing it and then like spread it online. I'm just like, that is crazy because you can get actually get caught through internet.
Right? It's
Yeah,
like
but
people do not really think of
yeah.
the consequences.
Mhm.
When you shoot something like this publicly,
Yeah,
what do you expect?
exactly. So I feel like social media is a crap hole right now.
Is it what?
The crap hole. It's
Crap hole?
like
Oh
the
yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, it
garbage.
is a crap hole. It's but an interesting one, really. Like
It
it's
really
like
is. That's why people, it attract people. But I feel like more than like just funny, it is not okay. There are so many moments that's not okay.
oh yeah. I mean, honestly, like people are trying to be viral. People are
Mhm.
trying to grab attention any way possible.
Mhm.
Like guys do these really weird like setups of
Mhm.
people. Like there is this guy that got shot. Do you remember? Like a YouTube or a TikTok or whatever. Like who
Really?
just was in people's faces. He would just go to their faces like this, and there was, and then there's, and the guy that we was doing this to was he was actually disturbed a little bit. He was not,
Mm.
fine, and that guy kept bothering him, so he got his gun and shot him
In the states.
in the states. Yeah, it wasn't and that guy was a delivery guy, right? So, and I think the court acquitted him or something because obviously the guy was threatening him, like kind of like
Mhm.
was all in his face. I don't know what was the case exactly, but it was weird, and the guy deserves to be shot. Whatever, like karma, to
Yeah.
be honest.
Yeah.
For women,
Mhm.
keep posting these, especially at the gym. Like you're obviously looking for reactions from people. Why?
Yeah.
So
No.
why? Every time I see videos like this, I'm like, why would you do that?
Yeah, I can relate on that gym one because like I don't want to be sexualized at the gym. I just want to work out, but I feel like a lot of like fitness or whatever they are influencers go to gym and do stuff and getting sexualized on a comment, and I'm like, oh, that's not okay for gym rat. That's woman, because like people see it and people think that like some people really think that it is okay
Like
to
what is
just
okay?
like like you see like some man or some woman or whatever,
Mm.
they see like those like sexual gym reels on Instagram,
Uh-huh.
and they think, oh, like I can sexualize women at the gym.
I don't get it. What do you mean?
Wait, what gym stuff are you talking about?
Yeah, exactly. For example, for me like some women just put a camera
Mm-hmm.
and then would just start. Okay. Do you remember like there was a video, a very popular video of a girl shooting herself with, and there was a trainer
Hmm.
and
Oh,
and
yeah, yeah,
someone
yeah,
like that,
yeah,
and
yeah,
then she
yeah.
kept on telling him like
Get out of the video because I'm recording, kind of
that's
thing.
one, that is a different one, and then
Oh,
there's
was
a
it?
different one that keep on pushing. Do you remember the keep on pushing girl?
Uh-uh.
So she was training,
Mm-hmm.
or I think she was training or whatever, and then she took off her t-shirt, so she was
Mm-hmm.
just wearing a sports bra and whatever. And there were a couple of guys in the back, and there was, it's not like they were really staring at her, but she was there, like she was right in front of them,
Yeah.
and you can see it. And the problem is, you can see it all in the video, right? So
Uh.
they weren't really like staring.
Uh-huh.
And then she was like, "Can I do something for you?" And then the dude was confused actually. He was like,
Yeah.
"What do you mean?"
Yeah.
And she kept on talking to him like, "Keep on pushing, like just like kind of like get the hell out of here." You
Yeah.
were obviously trying. You were trying
Attention.
too hard,
Yeah,
right?
that's true.
So
Yeah.
so it's like, why? I don't
Yeah.
know.
I seen that too.
Yeah.
The one that I was talking about is like there's this girl bouncing on a like ball. Have you ever
Oh,
seen
oh
it?
yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah. And like that is not okay to do it at the gym. And a guy was like, "Hey, I don't think you should do it."
Yeah.
But she was like I can do whatever I want kind of thing. And it is like some people
Yeah.
or like, similar things like you see on online.
Mm.
And some man would think, "Oh, that's so sexy. I can sexualize a woman at the gym now." I feel like some people do not have that doesn't have like common sense, would probably
Yeah,
think
common
that
sense is
way.
important, right? So
Yeah,
honestly, like everything you see on
online.
online
Yeah,
does
do
not
not
apply to
believe it.
reality.
Exactly. Do not believe it
Yeah.
at first.
It's like the gold diggers videos, the
Yeah,
like
yeah,
when a
yeah.
guy comes up in a
In
what
a really fancy
fancy
car.
car and shit
Yeah.
like that. Like those were setups, and these are
Yeah.
mostly setups. So it's
Mhm.
kind of obvious, right?
Yeah.
So I don't get people who actually kind of believe this kind of thing.
And like leave the comment. I'm like, no, like you probably shouldn't even leave the comment. That will like make
You're
them viral.
right.
Yeah.
Exactly. So when I see stuff like this, I don't even comment because I know I'm giving them like
Yeah.
engagement, right?
Exactly.
Like
Exactly.
skip.
Yep. I
Yeah.
work in a social media marketing company right now.
Mm.
So I do know all the things are set up.
They're setups. Honestly,
Exactly.
like many of these things that we see online are setups.
They're
Even some
fake.
of the videos that you really don't think that look very natural,
Mm-hmm.
they're setups.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I don't know,
Yep.
it's insane.
Do not believe what you see online.
Yep.
Because they're also living the same life as you, but smarter online.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Almost.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh. Yes. I love this.
What?
Talking.
Talking?
Yeah. I get so passionate about some like certain things.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I just like to give out my opinions on things and like
Yeah.
discuss. I feel like a lot of Japanese people don't do it. So
Don't
I'm not
speak their mind.
No, like they don't do discussion. They don't talk about politics or like those kind of like, like sexual harassment or stuff like that. We don't talk at all. So
Mm.
whenever I talk it's in English.
Mm.
So I don't even know if I can ever like discuss in Japanese anymore.
This kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know. But honestly, like again, and it might be a form of suppression. And again, I guess people will say I kiss Japan's ass a lot, but I'm
Mhm.
not seriously. This is the difference between Japanese society and, for example, American society.
Mhm.
The American society is way too open, to be honest. It's
Mhm.
way too damn open.
Yeah.
That stuff like that now happen online. Like you said, like people do weird shit at Target, for example, or whatever. In Japan, like you might find this thing, but much more limited. People
Mhm.
are
It's like
much
only one or
self-aware,
two people in the
right?
online,
Like,
yeah.
and it's gonna be very difficult,
Mhm.
and people kind of give a shit
Mhm.
when it comes to that kind of weirdness, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
So that's one thing that I kind of like about Japanese society a little bit is
Mhm.
that I wouldn't say conservative,
Mhm.
but at least ethically speaking, it's a bit better
Mhm.
than
Mhm. I think so, yeah.
crazy other parts of the world, right?
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Yeah. What's the thing that you like the most about Japan, for example? And you're Japanese, so
I can't think of any right now.
really,
Yeah, one thing I like about Japan is I don't know. I was in the States for a while until March, and I like the States more.
really.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's change the question. What is it that you like the states that makes you like the states more than Japan?
People.
People?
Yeah. I mean, like in Japan, like I'm always with Americans. So,
Yeah.
but I feel like people in the States look at people with respect more than Japanese. I feel like the differences. Okay, so for example, you're a foreigner.
Yeah.
You don't look like Japanese.
Really?
Ma-
Of course not. What do you mean?
You don't look like
You're like, you don't
Japanese.
like Japanese. I'm like, huh? Okay.
And people, I feel like people would look at you differently,
Oh yeah,
not
obviously.
how you are, but because of how you look. And
I mean, look, Japanese people or
yeah,
Japanese society is being way too closed
yeah,
is
exactly.
a thing. Like
Yeah.
it's not a surprise, to be honest.
I guess not. But
And
in the
even
States,
racism in Japan, like some
yeah.
people really are like do not talk about this, but there is racism in Japan.
Mhm.
But
I
like I
understand that.
always say, it's nice, it's smooth.
It is. It is.
So they don't go curse you out like in the States,
Mm-mm.
right?
Mm-mm.
But you can feel it like in the way that they talk, the way they treat you, the way
Mhm.
like there is respect, but you feel that underlying passive aggressive kind
Yeah.
of racism that is out there. You can
Mhm.
feel it.
I can
It's
feel it.
right.
Yeah, in
It's
Japan as
and
well.
you're Japanese, so you
Yeah.
probably know this also,
Uh
right?
huh. Uh
Yeah.
huh. But then
So
also people think that I'm foreigner because I
how?
speak English.
Oh, because just
I
because you
it
speak
actually
English?
happens. It's like, oh my god, you speak English, so you're not Japanese. I feel like that's like kind of like a stereotype of Japanese people
That they don't
towards
speak
people
English.
speaking English fluently.
See, I always mention this, but it's really weird that
Really,
not many people speak Japanese. Not people speak English
English,
in
yeah.
Japan.
Mm-hmm.
You have this ETA
ALT,
ALT
the teachers.
assistant language teacher,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah.
Thing happening since the 80s,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and it's not showing any results,
Mm-mm.
right?
No, no.
Then why the hell are you continuing with a system that is so useless? There is
Probably.
something wrong, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What is the wrong part? Do you know?
We don't have enough time with the LT. It's like only 1 hour per week or something like that.
And they don't get like full control, right?
Mm-mm, no.
They're assistants,
Exactly.
right?
So they speak a little bit. That's all.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And you have a native speaker
Yeah.
basically
Mm-hmm.
that you're not really using.
Mm-mm.
Isn't that like isn't like 20, 30, 40 years a good enough time to
To
prove that the system is not working?
I know, I know. They're just they don't want to change the system of education. That's why Japan is failing right now.
Honestly,
Being harsh.
this is one of the things that is really bothering me. I'm like, you've
Mm-hmm.
been trying this for 40 years, it's not working.
Mm-mm,
Change it
yeah.
up.
I know. I mean, I feel like that helped me a little bit. Like ALT
Mm.
helped me a little bit because I started being like more interested in like English because I couldn't talk to them in English,
Mm.
so I wanted to communicate, and that motivated me. But that was probably just me, not like anyone
Not everyone.
else in my class.
But also, like, and to be honest, you can actually you can.
Hmm.
So I was like, you cannot expect everyone to kind of learn the language,
Yeah,
right?
but
But
everyone
you
in
can.
Germany speak English. There's
In
language is
Holland,
German.
almost everyone
Holland,
speaks Holland. Holland. It's called Holland, right?
Holland.
Yes.
Oh,
Hollanda.
Holanda.
So
That Dutch.
Dutch, right?
Yeah,
Everyone basically speaks it just because the system is set up so
exactly,
people would learn the language.
exactly.
And
All my friends in Germany, they're like, "Oh, I'm not very good at speaking in English." They're really good at it.
really
If you're
good.
in Japan, they're really, really good.
And by the way, your generation, like your age
Gen
kind of
Z,
people,
yeah.
are a lot better, at speaking English. Because I remember being here like in 2013,
Mm-hmm.
and there was no one to speak English to, and I didn't speak Japanese.
Do you speak Japanese now?
Well, yeah, of
あ、you
course
do?
yeah.
少し
少しじゃないよ。
あ、めっちゃ喋るんだ。
喋れます。
I didn't know.
Yeah,
I didn't know.
yeah. So it's back in 2013, for example, I didn't know any Japanese,
Yeah.
and one all I had was my English, and my
Mhm.
English didn't work at all.
Mhm.
So it was really tough. But for now, I think there's a lot more younger, like especially the younger people, like Gen Z, I guess.
Mhm.
They do speak,
Yeah,
good.
because like they're willing to see the world. I feel like TikTok influenced so much more to
Yeah.
get out of Japan, because it's pretty interesting to see the world through TikTok, and they actually want to see it with their eyes as well.
Right. One
So
thing that is also driving me crazy about Japan or Japanese people is that you have one of the strongest passports all over
true.
the world.
That's true.
But many people have not left Japan.
Mm-mm. They don't have money. The yen is so cheap
Well,
right now, or I mean, really
right
weak.
now, I'm talking
Yeah.
about other people, like
Ever like
yeah, like
yeah.
other people, not just now.
I guess like I feel like a lot of people just hesitate to go abroad because they don't speak English. Like it's like whole cycle of like bad, like negativity
Uh-huh.
to just go to the world. Oh, I want to go to the world. I have a strongest passport, but I don't speak the language. And I feel like there
Right.
are so many people or that's willing to learn the language, but it's too hard for them, or at least they think it's too hard for them that they don't even try. I feel like that's how my mom is. My mom like always like watch TV or like on Instagram reel about English, and like she teaches me a lot. She teaches me, oh, I learned this, that today. But I'm like, mom, you have to at least remember like 3 words every day, and like next day she forgets. So
If I can ask, how old is your mom?
57, I
It's
think.
it's not the
Yeah,
same.
yeah.
It's not the
No,
same.
but yeah,
Like for you,
she.
for young kids, they learn languages like
That's
this.
true. Yeah.
For elder people, I was in my 30s. I was 27, 28 when I came to Japan, and it
Hmm.
was already very difficult for me to just learn a new language.
Yeah. No, that
So you
makes
cannot
sense.
expect a 50-year-old woman
No,
to
I
just
guess
pick up
not.
quickly.
My dad speaks English a little bit though,
Yeah.
so he tried so hard for the TOEIC test.
Ah, right.
So he speaks a little bit of
Hmm.
a little bit enough.
The TOEIC test, like it's again, it with Japan, like everyone is obsessed with TOEIC and how many
Mhm.
scores can
Oh
you get,
gosh,
right?
yes.
But you ask them to speak, and they're like
Yeah.
it's a completely different story.
Yeah, no.
I really hope that the day will come where it's gonna be a lot smoother for everyone, because it would make the industry in Japan like, and this is not just for convenience.
Mhm.
This
Mhm.
is talking about business,
Yeah.
right? This is talking about the manpower of Japan. If everyone speaks English, the market's gonna be much bigger,
Yep.
even more than it is right now.
And
So it's
people don't realize that.
no,
But yeah, no, a lot of people are just close minded. But I believe that there will be bigger society in the future, like bigger marketing in the future. I would say in like 20 or 30 years. Because so many more people speak English now.
yeah,
And
yeah,
then
it's
we're going to
improved
be like
definitely.
55
Yeah.
in 30
I w-
years.
30 years, I'll be
Yeah.
70.
You'll be 70? Oh,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah, but
Yeah.
yeah, something like
Yeah.
that. It's probably gonna be bigger marketing.
But yeah. Anyways, no, thank you very much for
Of
today.
course.
And
Thank you for the milkshake.
no, it was it's fine. Uh I guess we'll see you in another episode maybe.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely. Peace.
オファー待ってます。